What's going on, guys? We're back again. Today we're doing a bit of a tray modification on this aluminium tray, so I'm not quite happy with it exactly how it is. So what I'm going to do, these actually come apart, these panels here. So I'm going to take the sides off. It's going to be a couple of bolts, and then I'm going to remove a couple of those back panels to make it a bit shorter. I'm going to do one or two, I'm not quite sure yet. I'll pull one off, see how it looks, and I might do another one. And then I'm just going to have to cut down the sides to suit and bolt the ends back on. And I might also have to remove one of these tie rails down there. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see what it looks like once we get it together. Yeah, let's get stuck in. I also just forgot, I got these as well, little anchor points just from Bunnings, so like 10 bucks. Depending on how long the rest of this job takes me, I might also cut a hole and chuck a couple of them in as well. Well, we'll see. It might take me longer than I think.
What you doing?
Cover up the important part. The first one is going well. The head of the screw stripped out. Hopefully the rest go better. Seeing some sand in your tire. Alright, let's try the other side, see if it comes out. I'm hoping that these come out without taking the whole side off. Just keep going, we'll see what happens. There's two support rails that run down parallel to the chassis, and there's a bolt and a nut underneath this tray here that holds them on there. And then there's just the bolt in the edge here that holds them on from the side. And after I remove those, it should be free. They're all 10 mils too if you're doing this with the same tray. Just going to take the tail lights off because it's way easier to get to that last bolt up under there with these off. And there's only two bolts holding these on, so it's a couple of seconds. Oh, boy. So I'll be able to just take that out, and I think I'll take two. I'll see what it looks like first. These individual boards are 150 each, so I'm just going to take one out because if I take two, that'd be 300 mil shorter, which would make it 1800, which would be exactly the same size as a dual cab tray. I plan to get a canopy, and I want to get probably like a 1600 canopy, and then I want just a tiny bit of tray at the end. So I'm just going to do one, cut these exactly 150 shorter, cut those 150 shorter, then hopefully it bangs back together, and then I'll put those tie downs in. Turns out the bottom support just needs a little bit of a notch out of it to fit that little end piece on, so I'll just quickly take them out. So, somehow I didn't end up with an extra screw here, an extra bolt. I don't know how, but I don't know. I'm kind of dumb, so probably checks out. But so I'm just missing one on this side. That was the one that stripped out and I ended up grinding off, so I'll have to get another one of them. But apart from that, all good, looking good. So yeah, it ends up being exactly 150mm shorter. I've got to take that off the tray sides now, but that grinder is going to take forever to do, so I'm just going to run back to the hire shop now and grab some tools from there, see what we can find to make this job a bit easier. Let's go. We made it. So if you haven't seen the channel before, this is my family's hire shop. So we got the keys to get in after they're closed, luckily. So I'm thinking maybe a circular saw with an aluminium cutting blade on it for the tray sides, and then probably either like a saber saw or a jigsaw for the holes for the little tie down points. Yeah, let's see what we can find. Found a winner. This guy does seem like a little bit excessive, but should do the job anyway. Back home. Back. So I got a cutting blade on there. I'm just gonna take that little edge back on an angle on both sides, just for no real reason apart from I think it will look cool. So much more aerodynamic. It's like 9:30 now. I think I'm gonna knock off for tonight, and I'll put those little tie down points in tomorrow. I'm just gonna put them right at the back of the tray. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Day 2, we're back. I'm just going to finish the rest of this job at Brisbane Hire in the yard because there's a bit more room and everything I need there. Let's go. So if you didn't see my last video, I was just putting it in the Fox suspension. Yeah, it ended up going really well. It's like, I was kind of regretting it the first couple of days because it was like super rough and it was like exactly the same as what I already had. But then yeah, after like a few Ks and like 3-4 days, it just like completely changed. It just got like super soft. Yeah, now it's sweet, super comfortable, it soaks up everything. My last video, I went out to Toowoomba, my parents' property. There's like a few corrugated roads, not much, but like 20 Ks of like some small corrugations, which used to like bounce my car so much that it would kind of like slide off the road, but it almost felt like it didn't even go off the bitumen. So I got my template, I've drawn it on there, on the tray. I actually just went a little bit inside the template, because obviously you can always cut out more. So I just took these 2 little notches out here to allow for these, and it should hopefully drop in. Alrighty, got those back 2 in. That's going to do it for today. I'm going to do the next 2, but I won't put that on the video because it's going to get boring and long. So that'll do me. Basically I just use the saber saw and the angle grinder, pair of pliers and a file to cut them out. I kind of put the template on there, use the angle grinder to make the first cuts, then I use the saber saw and knocked out the rest of it. Used a pair of pliers to kind of break the corners off, and then just a file to even it all out. If you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos, like and subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next one.
I forgot how to do all those transitions. And then just like that.
Yeah.
And then I come back.
Leaving the frame going right and it's entering the frame going right, so it's continuous movement.
Do a jump. Do it again. Cool.